Scope of school management. School management is the operational side of the principal for the realization of the objectives. Paul Monry said that school management as the body of educational doctrine comprises the number of principles and precepts relating primarily to the techniques of classroom procedures and derive largely from the practice of successful teachers. School management is to forecast, to plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate, to motivate, and to complement schools. Principles of school management. Number 1. The policies of the school have been developed according to the educational principles, government policies, and goals of the elementary school education. Number 2. Reinforce administrative organization, maintain job responsibilities, and boost work efficiency. Number 3. Follow democratic approach, make personal funds, opinions, rewards, and punishment public in an attempt to lead the school towards united and harmonious direction. Number 4. Strengthen personal management, increase employees' motivation, look, listen, and understand more. Promote focus on mobile management. Number 5. Emphasize delicate campus planning, improve working environment, and inspire employees' professional spirit. Number 6. Encourage in-service teachers' education to improve teaching methods and counseling skills in order to be more effectively implement educational functions. Number 7. To respect and serve rather than manage. Number 8. Focus on teachers' sense of honor and responsibility. Focus on research, experimentation, innovation, and teaching profession. Number 9. Invigorate teachers' spirit and stimulate educational renovation. Number 10. Enhance teaching equipment and make good use of social resources in order to create a modern, well-developed citizen. Number 11. Incorporate the 5 main themes of education and teach students in accordance with their aptitudes to maximize their talents. Number 12. Focus on planning and delivery of special education services. Number 13. Strengthen life education, moral education, and traffic safety education in order to develop a harmonious atmosphere. And lastly, number 14. Develop a good relationship with communities, make use of social services, and continue to school development in order to make a school-centered community. Characteristics of school management. School management as an organized structure to fulfill certain objectives. It is also embodiment of ideals. School management as lens. School management as coordination of various elements. And school management is dynamic. School management is a process of planning, organizing, motivating, controlling, and monitoring. Managing academics, co-curricular, and extracurricular activities. An academic manager will plan, implement, and manage an institution's academic programs. Using leadership skills along with the support initiatives, she or he is responsible for the ultimate outcome of program's performance. Such tasks include ensuring resources availability and proper academic alignment with graduating students' objectives. Requiring initiatives, academic managers will ascertain programs' deficiencies and fix them. When academic managers review an academic program, they will take into account a variety of factors to determine the performance and viability. These factors will often include students' performance, learning outcomes, communication, teachers' performance, and curriculum objectives. Upon consideration of these factors, the academic manager will assess the overall program, identify the deficiencies, and make required changes to improve quality and performance. Those reviews are the focus of the academic manager role. because they usually uncover issues related to underperformance in the classroom and, just as importantly, after graduation, when the students enter the workforce or prepare for the higher levels of study. What is co-curricular activities? And activities that are recognized by the school or university that falls beyond the domain of academic curriculum, but it is an essential part of the student's life at an educational institute. Co-curricular activities include sports, school bands, student newspapers. They are also classified as extracurricular activities that are carried beyond the regular course of the study or operate as extra class activities. Here are the key benefits of co-curricular activities. Co-curricular activities enhance the learning process for the students by helping them understand the practicality of things they are learning, as well as making the process more fun and engaging. Co-curricular activities boost the creativity and innate talents of the children by helping them improve their speaking skills, listening skills, innovation, and imagination. Co-curricular activities also foster social skills, moral skills, and holistic personality development among children. Co-curricular activities bring sense of belongingness among students and help them learn about the importance of being in a community and working towards the upliftment of the underprivileged too. Co-curricular activities also keep children physically active, impart them with the team leadership skills, collaboration, cooperation, and healthy competition. Extracurricular activities. Extracurricular activities are programs that are not part of the regular school curriculum and are structured around an activity, goal, or purpose. Extracurricular activities include sports, student government, community services, employment, arts, hobbies, and educational clubs. Extracurricular activities all complement an academic curriculum. While this activity can be structured by age group, such as high school programs, they aren't always. For example, the learners might volunteer with local charity or have a part-time job. Managing school records and preparing reports. Purpose of the school record. Policymakers and planners use information from the school records for monitoring the education system. School records keeping is critical for management and accountability of the educational system. School records are used in the management and operation of schools. Also, they are used to inform parents and communities about their school. Managing school records. School records data and information about the operation of the school using pre-designed school records form, procedures in education regulation, and policy. Different school staff can be responsible for school records on students, teachers, facilities, finances, etc., recording, storing, updating, and retrieval of information. Review school records to decide which should be retained, archived, or transferred. Quality of school records. Poor records keeping affect the school management efficiency and effectiveness. Good records management practices. Creating and updating school records, using correct records forms, applying right terminologies and definitions, submitting records files for storage and retrieval. Sources of information for school records. School records should be record information about students, teachers, school finance, physical facilities, teaching and learning resources, learning outcomes, extra and co-curricular activities, and community involvement. School record management system enables systematic and reliable recording and updating of data and information, provides mechanism, procedures, tools, and practices to record data, keep records organized, storage for easy access, retrieval, and use. So what is the purpose of the school records management system? It is records, store, updates, school data and information. It also uses school records of students, teachers, classes, facilities, and finances. It also supports evidence-based management of the school by the principals and teachers. Common types of records: student record card, class attendance sheets, textbook record sheets, student performance summary, teacher's record, teacher's performance appraisal, inventory of physical facilities, inventory of resources materials, financial summary. What is the benefits of the school records? For the principals, it is to assess the performance of the school, to make informed management decisions, and to easily respond to the school consensus. District and provincial education offices, it is to identify the problems and issues in the school, provide guidance and support to the school. Ministry of Education, to monitor and evaluate the performance of the school, to establish policies, plans to improve the operation of the school. And for the community, it is to understand and support the functioning of the school. A report is a sharp, short document that is written for a specific audience. It usually sets out and analyzes problems or situations. It also makes recommendations for the action to be taken in the future. It is a paper that focuses on facts, and it's supposed to be well structured and clear. Requirements for the reports may vary between departments and organizations. Description and situation of events, interpretation of situation or events, whether it's under the analysis or informed by other people's view, evaluation of facts or research result, discussion of outcomes and future courses of action, recommendation, and conclusion. Purpose of report writing. A report has a lot of purposes, both academic and professional world. Making decisions. In our modern world today, most individuals and business organizations needs a lot of information. Reports provide huge amount of information that is required to make important decisions. Also, individuals get to understand a specific area based on the information presented in the report. Number 2, conducting investigation using reports. When there is a serious problem, a study group, committee, or commission investigate the issue to find the root cause of the problem and present the findings with the recommendations in a report. At school and business world, problems always arise. However, how you deal with the problems determines whether you'll grow and thrive or fail miserably. Professionals who delegate this task to a report writing service will understand that the problem they are facing and come up with effective solutions. Number 3, professional advancement. A report plays a huge role of professional advancement. To get promoted and improve job satisfaction, intellectual ability is essential. And this ability can be demonstrated by writing good report and submitted it to the relevant authorities. Managerial tool. Reports are essential for managers because they can be used for organizing, planning, motivating, coordinating, and controlling. All managers need reports to get essential information that will help them make informed decisions. When managers make informed decisions, the business will naturally grow and thrive. Administration, faculty, staff, and student management. Major function of administration. Number 1, planning of school programs and activities. 2, directing school works and formulating and executing educational policies. 3, coordinating administrative and supervisory activities. 4, providing necessary leadership. 5, evaluating teaching personnel and school program. And lastly, number 6, keeping records and reporting results. By the term faculty, we mean body of educators. For example, professor, or teachers whose aim is to impart knowledge to the learners at the school, college, or university. Simply put, faculty means the teaching and academic staff of educational system are hired with the purpose of providing education to the students. A faculty is a group of employees which includes teachers, lecturers, researchers, scholars, and professors of different academic ranks such as associate professors, assistant professor, and so on. They specialize in various fields of study and teach different subjects at an institution. The word staff has the broad meaning. It is a collective term that refers to the employees working in an organization who perform regular functions of establishment, like for example, executive, operational, clerical, logistics, sales, supports, maintenance, and so on. When we talk about educational institution, the staff consists of individuals with different educational qualifications. Further, they may be divided in two categories. For example, academic staff and general staff. The academic staff is responsible for imparting education, faculty, while the general staff includes employees of various levels. Staff-level staff such as administrators, dean, directors, president, etc. Middle-level staff includes those employees who perform in office jobs and supports functions like a counselor, cashier, assistants, and so on. They are responsible for looking after admissions, security, paperwork, and documents. Low-level staff includes watchmen, servants, gardener, guards, cleaners, and etc. The key differences between faculty and staff. Number 1, faculty is described as the group of teachers who impart education to the students in school or college. In general terms, staff implies an entire group of people employed by the organization. Number 2, faculty refers to the educators of school or college in contrast to staff, which refers to the employees of any organization. Number 3, the working hours of the faculty are irregular, while regular in the case of staff. Number 4, the faculty is responsible for performing teaching functions in the organization. Conversely, the staff member perform administration and supportive function. Number 5, the education requirements for faculty members as per standards and criteria set by organization or institution. On the other hand, the educational qualification of the staff member depends on his designation. For example, higher the designation, the higher will be the remuneration. And lastly, number 6, the salary of faculty members depends on his or her rank in educational institution, whereas the salary of the staff member depends on his position level in the organization. Student management. Student management is the skills of the teachers and other staff of the school or college have to hone over time. It is defined as the skill set which every teacher gains with time as it helps them in managing the students effectively. The classroom management helps the dealing with the students and is developed among teachers sooner or later while they remain parts of the school or college with their teaching experience. Also, effective teaching, the teacher dealing with the students need effective managing skills. Student management has to learn with time and it comes with experience. The more effective the management, the better the result the school or college want to pursue among their students. Managing instructional time. The clock seems to manage every school day. The daily schedule is based on a variety of factors, such as states or district mandated time periods for a given subject, bus schedule, local school schedules for special classes, lunch periods, and teachers' planning time. Wong and Wong describe 4 different types of school day time. 1. Allocated time, the total time for teachers' instruction and students' learning. Number 2, instructional time, the time teachers are actively teaching. Number 3, engaged time, the time the students are involved in a task. Number 4, academic learning time, the time teachers can prove that students and learn the content and mastered the skills. The daily schedule. Elementary school. Elementary school schedule are generally determined by the three factors: the number of instructional minutes for each subject area as mandated by the district or states, special class schedule such as music, arts, physical education, and library, and overall school schedules as dictated by the school schedule, lunchtime, and so forth. School day for kindergarten is usually either half-day or full-day program. Kindergarten schedules are therefore individualized within this time frame and developed according to the philosophy that guides the program. However, for some kindergarten classes, usually the full-day programs, the schedule are also given by overall school schedule for lunch, bus schedule, and special classes such as music, arts, physical education. 5 steps in school improvement. School improvement occurs when school learn how to improve. More specifically, improvement occurs when school identify and implement changes to practice that results in improved students' outcome. Step 1. Know your school current situation. A plan to improve depends on a good understanding of existing school practices and student outcomes, particularly current levels of students' attainment. These are the starting points for any improvement efforts and the baseline against which school improvements efforts are evaluated. Step 2. Specify the desired outcomes. A school improvement plan specifies the improvements in outcome a school wishes to see. Desired improvements may include but not limited to improvements in student achievement, school attendance, post-school destination, and student attitudes and engagement. A school improvement plan recognizes the needs to prioritize, set realistic expectations, and provide the time required for meaningful and sustainable improvement. Step 3. Design and implement the improvement strategy. Once a school has decided the outcomes it wishes to improve, the next step is to decide how the school will be achieved. That is the strategy the school intends to implement. The National School Improvement Tools can be helpful in designing improvement strategies. Step 4. Measure and monitor the results. The fourth step is to decide how improvements in the outcomes will be measured and confirmed. Conclusion about improvements required measures that can be compared over time and possibly across different instruments. Changes must be large enough to indicate meaningful improvements rather than change fluctuations. Conclusion about improvement can be made with more confidence when there is evidence of a trend in outcome measured over an extended period. Step 5. Reflect on what you've learned. Finally, a school improvement plan should include a plan for reflecting on and learning from the improvement effort. The goal should be review and implementation of the improvement strategies and evaluate the impact of targeted outcomes. Thank you so much for listening.